Hi everyone and welcome to our second video. This video focuses on the college values and student expectations, particularly as we are working in an online environment. Whilst we are working in a flexible and remote learning environment, it is important to emphasise that some things remain the same. Our college values remain at the heart of everything we do. We've prepared a student infographic to support students around the expectations we have whilst we're learning flexibly and remotely. And it's no different to any other document in terms of coming back to what are our core values of respect, commitment and safety. So that's been distributed via Compass, but we'll include a few points here in this video just to recap a couple of the things that you need to make sure you're aware of. We talked earlier about it's important to have a schedule and to follow that schedule. When you're doing things like attending your online classes, it's important that you are dressed appropriately, that you have got up and got yourself organised for the day. You shouldn't be wearing pajamas or anything like that while you're attending an online class. And equally, when you're using the software Microsoft Teams, it's important, as with any other online platform, that your online behaviour is appropriate and kind. So never make any unkind comments about others. You will find that with Microsoft Teams, you can write comments, but you can't delete them. So even if somebody was being silly and thought, I'm just going to put this up here very quickly and then I'll take it down, you're going to find that it's going to be left there and your teacher will then follow up that inappropriate behaviour. So we all need to be operating and thinking about how we respect ourselves and how we respect others while we're online. Another element of that respect is to be in a situation where you're not going to be interrupted with a whole lot of distractions. Now, as we said earlier, just to recap, you might need your phone from time to time to take a picture of your work, but you certainly don't need to have your phone near you while you're attending an online class and be answering it or looking at notifications from it or other software on your computer. You should be focused on that online class and focused on the work that you're doing at that time. So by doing all those things we just mentioned, you're really showing respect to your teacher, respect to your classmates, and respect to yourself and your own learning. The next school value is commitment. And what commitment might look like in terms of flexible and remote learning includes things like making sure you've checked on Monday what you're required to do for the week, making sure you're attending your online classes on time, ready to go, making sure you don't have a situation where you've missed a couple of classes and your parents have had to be contacted about that, reading through any emails you get back from the teacher and any feedback they give you, looking for how you can improve your learning, and seeking assistance as soon as you need it. The other part of commitment is making sure that you attempt every activity. Try not to think, well, I could just jump ahead and do the learning task for the week without completing the activities, because that's going to get you in a bit of trouble along the way. We tend to find that if students do that, one, they have trouble completing the task at the end and it takes them longer to do it. They won't do it to the best of their abilities, and that'll show in the work that they actually submit. The other big one in terms of commitment is to make sure your work is always your own. A few things there. Google doesn't always know all the answers. And if, for example, you and your friend decided, well, maybe we'll copy each other's work and just submit it, that sort of thing's going to be picked up very quickly and very easily by the teachers that are looking at that work. And then you're going to find yourself in the situation where you've got other work to complete, plus your parents are going to be notified about that, and so you're going to need to have a discussion at home about that as well. Yes, we're working remotely, but at the same time, we've all got to make that commitment to do our own work, do it to the best of our ability, and submit it on time. If we're not going to be able to submit it on time, or we we're worried we're going to miss an online class, that's where that communication comes in. Committed students make sure they're communicating regularly with their teacher and letting them know how they're going and what help they might need along the way. Our third college value is safety. And at this time, it's really important to be a good classmate by not behaving inappropriately online or posting any inappropriate comments. If someone else is behaving inappropriately, don't become part of the issue. Don't pass it on. Don't share it around. Be a leader instead and let your teacher know what's going on so that they can help to resolve the matter. Also, consider your privacy settings on your devices and your internet. Make sure they're appropriate and keep track of anything that might come up along the way. If you've got questions about that from an IT perspective, please email the school and let us know. Safety also involves your physical safety, so it's still important to make sure, as we've said in our last video, that you're taking regular rest breaks, you're exercising, and you're eating well. Also consider the layout of your study area and make sure that it's safe and there's no cords that you could trip over or the power boards that would overload. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Further detail is provided in the student expectations document that is on Compass, and as always, the student code of conduct. If you have any further questions about any matters relating to online behaviour, please make sure you contact the college as quickly as possible. Thank you.